Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this Game 3 of Game for Nature Scrims. And we are in Vikendi, the snow map at the moment. The match will be starting in roughly 24 seconds. So as always, sit tight and we'll be going very shortly. And having a look at the flight path at the moment, as we always do. This flight will be taking us through VR, Mavatra, Dino Park, Abbey, Volnova and Hot Springs, with Castle and Villa both reachable locations. And here we see teams 16 and 6 jumping early, looking to go towards Dobro Mesto, with teams 14, 18, 11 and 4 all following suit. And here we go. As always, we are starting off with Team 2, VNS Leora, who has just landed and is a little bit stuck on the roof, but has managed to get in and picks up a pistol. And here we go. So we have Leora being chased by Team 10 and managing to move out of the building without much damage. And there we see Broke Sneaky knocking with a UMP on the left hand side there. And VNS back in the building now with an Uzi, a level 2 helmet and a Thompson. And there we see Raid Nuke knocking YKZ Dean there. So as we leave teams 2 and 10 to continue fighting at the moment, let's jump over to the Zen team, who have just come up with getting a knock. And there we see Hayes going up against Michael at the moment. And 6T9 gets a knock and a kill on SKMD. And now a molly is thrown. And that is Broke Hayes finished off there by 6 Martak. And that is the end of the Zen team, with Martak now trying to revive Michael. And now they will try and revive 11 and Eddie. And they just managed to make it in time. So let's leave them to recover as we have a look at the map and move over to Team 10, who are coming up against Team 2. and a flare has just gone up at 40 and appears to have been noticed by Watch My Flex, who was and is now walking into a red zone with Team 10 just behind. And Team 2 are now in a vehicle looking to move away. And hello to Marina, who has just joined us, as we are with Team 2 at the moment as they move away through the Abbey towards the centre of the zone. And as they do that, if we now have a quick look at the map, and we see that Team 16, 6, 11, 14, 8, 19, 12, 3 and 7 and part of Team 10 all still have to make their way into the next zone. But this is one of the earlier zones, so the damage caused by it is not too great. But what we can also see is that the teams seem to be relatively separate at the moment, with Teams 2 now the closest, sandwiched between Team 18 and Team 20. And it looks as though, as well as Team 18, that they now have Team 9 coming in with them. And Team 9 are just up ahead there at 265. Here we see now Teams 2 going up against Team 9, with Watch My Flex and Rena being knocked there, with Kitty managing to knock Cho up, with Leora knocking Cho up, sorry. And that is Kitty managing to get Rav Rex killed there, leaving Team 2 for the moment, with Team 5 fast approaching and Team 18 at 345, with the task team on the left hand side going up against the vape team and getting the knocks there. And now let's see if we can join Raid at the moment, as we see what is going on there following his knock. And it is Team 5 going up against Team 20 at the moment, with Raid Nuke being knocked, and Broke just managing to save his teammate there and getting the kill, with Nuke now trying to go in to cover to be revived. And that is Broke sneaky down as well. As Ellen Deadly comes out of the window there and manages to knock Titanium, leaving Broke Hugo on his own, and unfortunately Deadly gets the kill there as well. And we now get transported back to team number 2, And Rena has unfortunately just died as a result of rock fallen. And we now see Leora inside a Jeep getting ready to move, as unfortunately finding it very hard to get through the gap in the fence there, but has managed it. And we are still hearing shots being fired, with teams 11, 7 and 3 still out in the blue zone, having to make their way in. And if we look at the map, we now see teams 8, 18, 2 and 20 coming together, with team 7 coming into contact with team 10 in just a moment. And let's have a look now, with Sunrise Apollo shooting towards 69 Headmaster and managing to take cover just over the roof there. And now team 10 are shooting from 150 southeast and getting the kill on Naruto. And Headmaster gets knocked by SW there. And you have 69 Peter trying to get the revive. And a molly has just been thrown, and here comes the blue zone. And there we see T-Pack Goat knocking 6 Michael on the left side there, with Headmaster getting Apollo and managing to knock SW. With Plan rotating just on the right hand side there. And there we see Headmaster being knocked. And that is the end for Headmaster and Stone. Is Team 10 with a squad wipe at the moment. And here we are still looking at Sunrise with 611 getting a knock on B4V. And Sunrise Apollo and Sunrise Kitsune are on a snowmobile making their way into zone. And as we have a quick look at the map, Team 10 are the last team to make their way into zone. And let's jump over to Team 6, who are finding themselves arm in arm with Team 12. And Kenrick has just managed to make it to Loyson with not even a second remaining and gets the revive there. And that is Hazard Bunny knocked by M24. And Fury just been revived by Kenrick there also. And then we see B4 Manish knocking Hazard, with Plan getting the finish on Bunny. And then we see Sunrise Apollo get the finish on Hazard Cannabis there. And my sincerest apologies to those of you watching who can hear people speaking over the stream. As many of the rules for Scrims say, we always say to turn off all chat, as the chat can then come across and interfere with the stream. Unfortunately, although we tell them to do it, that is not always the case and they choose to ignore that rule. So I do apologise. In the edit of this match, I will be cutting out the sections where the all chat interferes with the stream. And as we look around now, we have Team 14 in the bottom right corner. We have Team 3 just in front. We have Teams 2 nearer to the centre with YKZ Cash just on the coast there hiding out, with Teams 12, 6, 11, 18 and 10 all grouping together at the moment. So let's leave Cash to continue playing hide and seek as we now move over to Team 2. And here we are 20 minutes in to game 3 with Sunrise getting a knock on the left hand side there. There are 28 players still remaining. And if we look at the list at the moment, and we scrap that as Team 2 are now taking on Team 12. And getting the kills on 2 members of Team 12 there. And we now see Watch My Flex looking out towards Team 10 and Team 11, who are just at the bottom of the hill there. And we then see Kitsune getting B4, who was at the bottom of the hill with them. And it looks as though Team 2 have the next zone all to themselves. And there we see YKZ Cash getting a knock from the coast there. And we see Watch My Flex almost managing to get Apollo, and Euphoria finishing off the job for her. And let's have a quick look at the map. As we now see Team 2, Team 14 and Team 18 inside the zone, with Teams 10, 3 and 6 just making their way in now, with Team 10 going up against Team 18. And we see Kitsune being knocked and dropping all items and now moving in, getting finished off by the play zone, sadly. And there we see Plan being finished off by Team 14, Euphoria there. And there we see Leora being knocked by Sigbot from the left-hand side. And now being revived by Watch My Flex. And Otto Oyoki gets a knock on the left-hand side there. And Task White knocking Hazard Valkyrie. And there we see Marina getting Sulphur. And Task White getting the kill. Marina getting the kill on Sulphur. And Andrex finishing off Euphoria. And now Team 2 are going up against Team 6. With Leora preparing a molly. And now as we look into the last few minutes of game number 3, we see Task and Mill get a kill on Sigbot, with the Task team taking out the entire Sig team, leaving teams 18, teams 2, team 3 to go up to finish off game number 3. And there we see Leora get a knock on Otto Nasty, with Oyoko and Fuzzy still in play, with Leora being knocked by Oyoki. And now trying to make way into the zone. It will be a very close call, and it looks as though Leora just will not be able to make it this time round. And now we are back on Watch My Flex, with Team 18 over towards North and Team 3 over towards Northeast. And here we see our top 3 finish, with 2 members of Team 2, 4 members of Team 3 and 2 members of Team 18. And it has now dropped down to 1 member of Team 18, and now that is a team wiped by Task, with team number 2 now going up against team number 3 to get the first place finish, with Task White rotating around the left, Andrex on the right, and Marina and Emil in the middle. And that is Watch My Flex being knocked by White. And that is the end of game number 3. And here we see the Task team coming in first place with 19 kills. We have VNS in second with 6, and we have OTO in third with 3 kills. If you have enjoyed this stream, please follow the channel with new content added daily. We will be back in just a moment for game number 4. This is Game for Nature Scrims. I am Ab Summer, and we will be back very shortly.